Hi, I'm Joe Ravita from Empire Music and EmpireMusicOnline.com. And today I just want to do a brief overview of the new Martin 2018 Redesigned Standard Series. They've done a really cool upgrade on these guitars, both in structure and in visual looks. So I wanted to go through the differences of the new models versus the old, and kind of give you a little sonic difference too so you can hear them. In my hands I'm holding the new HD35. The whole new Redesigned series has gotten some cosmetic upgrades, and I'll touch on those first. First, you have a vintage toner on the top. You can see right here compared to the previous model, it's kind of a pale white top. Here we have the new toner top, gives it more of a vintage look, definitely more mature looking. It's really cool. Next, the big upgrade cosmetically is cream binding. The standard body on the old style has the white binding, kind of stark, not as good looking. Cream's definitely slicker, and especially on the HD models where you have binding up the neck, on the new models, the cream goes all the way to the top, which is really, really cool. They kept on the 35 models the Grover tuners. That's something that stayed the same. And I'm going to show you a little bit on the 28 and the 18 models. They've actually gone to a butterbean vintage style tuner, which is really cool. But the big guts difference here is we've taken the bracing from rear shifting and moved it to forward shifting. It's not something you can see, but sonically makes an enormous difference. When you use the rear shifted bracing like the previous models, it makes the top stiffer back here, makes it a brighter guitar. So everybody wants more boom and more bottom end. By moving the bracing up here, we have the X point higher. Now what happens is we get a bigger, fuller bottom end. Really a huge response. Tons of sustain. And something you can't tell in the video, but something I feel immediately, is the guitar vibrates a lot more. A lot more air is getting pushed inside. Your tone is all vibration. So when the top is stiffer, we don't vibrate as much. Now that we have the more vibration because we have more air with top moving more, we get way more boom, way more output, and it gives us a bigger headroom, which is cool. So for our acoustic players that aren't plugging in, when you want to go from a low volume, low attack, we can still do that very delicately, but we can build our volume up to a really, really big high headroom, which is awesome. So a lot of guitars struggle with that. They'll be either really good at lower volume, higher attack. This here gives you a broader spectrum now, which is really great. So now I'm going to grab this previous HD35, and you're going to get to see how the guitar is definitely brighter sounding, a little bit stiffer, not as much sustain. So let's take it, and we'll feel that. You can hear it right away. The bass just isn't as big. I'm going to strum a similar chord pattern as I did before. Still a really good sounding guitar for sure. Plenty of tone. What you notice here is definitely a little bit more bitey top end on the old model. So the new model is going to be a lot rounder. So let's just strum a big couple chords. I'll go back to the new model. So like I said, with the new model, what we're going to get to enjoy is the new bracing structure, which is going to give us more bass, more volume. I think it's pretty apparent basically right away. You can definitely feel it in person, like I said, with the vibration. Just a big, big tone, and makes the guitar more balanced. So for our flat pickers, fingerstyle players, you're going to notice that we're going to be able to get more resonance through the mids, which sometimes the guitars get a little quiet through there. I think here you're going to feel just more volume through that part of the guitar, and I just noticed the overall output of all the different sections of the guitar is better. Now what I'm going to do, just to show you the new 28 series, is grab this new one here, and this is the new D28, 2018 Redesign. Again, cream binding, toner on the top, which is really slick. I also forgot to point out, we now have really great tortoiseshell pickguards. A lot of these older guitars, especially in the 28s, always came with black pickguards. Here you get a tortoiseshell, which is a super slick look. And I'm going to slide this backwards here for us. And you can see right up close the new butterbean style, vintage style tuners, which are awesome. Really, really great looking. They're made by Grover. Super accurate, but they just give your guitar a more mature look. And oftentimes you realize with D28s, they've always been known as a great flat picking guitar because the tops were stiffer. You have the 5/16 inch bracing. rear shifted, so the guitar was kind of punchy, but didn't really have that, maybe the bottom end of the HD models. Now it's like with the bracing being moved forward, we keep the same bracing structure, we just move that X brace up, gives us more bottom end, makes the guitar sound way fuller, so huge upgrade here. So great sustain, more bass, which is always a bonus, but we keep our focus, which is really important. What Martin did this year is they took their whole standard series, the 28s, 35s, 40, 41, 42, 45 models, and made these upgrades. And they're building off the D18 upgrade, which they did a couple years ago. They took basically a lot of these features, they upgraded the bracing, they gave it a more mature look in the 18 series, and it was super popular. So now what they've done is they've carried all that work through to the whole line. So you'll see in our store we have all of the models on order, and we actually have custom shop models coming too, which will be cosmetic differences again of these, which is really slick. But the big thing is you can come in and get 0028s, 00028s, OM28s, all with these new features, and all the dreadlocks, we'll have them up through the D45 models, that are going to give you really much better tone, but also a slicker look that doesn't take away from the value of the old guitars, but really gives the new ones a more mature, like a more vintagey look, and I think they definitely look more high-end. So if you have an old D28, D35, still a killer guitar, but these new guys will really give you something that is a showcase piece that not only sounds great, but finally gives it the look that I think Martin's been going for, and a lot of our customers have really been wanting, and a lot of custom shop features that we've been doing for a long time to give our customers this look now as a standard option, which is cool, so it doesn't kill you on the wallet either. So again, check out on our website the new Martin Redesigned 2018 Standard Series. You'll see all the models, even the D18s and the 18 series that have already been done. We have those all the way up through the 45s. We're going to have them coming in. We were just at the NAMM show and saw all these great guitars, and they're on order, so we should have them over the next week or so. Check them out online at empiremusiconline.com. You can also follow our page here on YouTube to get more information. And as we get these guitars in, we're going to start to do individual videos on them so you can get a sonic glimpse at each one. So thanks a lot. It's Joe from Empire Music. Check us out online again, empiremusiconline.com. Thank you.